flash cards on ACU assembly?
Yes,
Or
like no, I'm just making a deck for that, right? So once I make the deck, I'm only the uploading is left. Like I have made the cards. I'll be only uploading them into deck, right? Anki deck. Once after it is uploaded, like it would just take 2 to 3 days, right? Then you guys can start practicing your Ankis with the respective system. And I would just say that leave everything, just practice those cards for your revision, right? And just don't even go to your first aid, don't read your U world. That, in like my thinking, those decks are more than enough for you guys in this
yeah.
revision phase, right?
Excuse me, Doctor. These Anki cards are related with the system that we already did.
I have made all cards for all of the systems, right? But you can just activate the respective systems. For example, if now we are doing hematology, you can just activate those cards and just
That's like,
practice them
yeah.
along with the session. Like in the end, we will also be having a revision session, which I have already told you guys. So you at that time you can just activate all of the cards and keep on revising things, right?
Yeah,
Can
that's
we do a quickly revise of Anki to learn how to use it?
Yes. Okay. We'll have an entire orientation session on those Ankis.
Okay,
But
perfect.
okay, don't worry about that. But it would just take 2 to 3 days. Okay, like I'm just uploading it. I have already like collected those cards, right? So then you guys are going to have revision of that. So okay, so today we are going to start the micro as well. Where is Dr. Futures, Dr. Renu? I can't see them. Are you guys here? Okay. So okay, so let's start with the microbiology section first. Then we are going to discuss the anemias, right? Okay. So the first drug, okay, we will be starting from chemo drugs, that is the antibiotics, and then I will be just sharing these annotations with you guys as well. These are from Pixorize, as I have already told you guys, right? Hello.
Yes, yes, doctor.
Can you guys see my screen?
Yes, we can see.
Okay, so you guys have already done your penicillin, right? So here we'll be having a quick review of that, so you guys can see this scenario. In this scenario, what happens is that like we have two school kids, right? One kid is just kicking off the like you can see that he has made some kind of, okay, just give me a second. Okay, let me, why my pencil isn't working, but okay, just leave that. So one kid have like a book in his hand, right? You guys can see, and on the
yeah.
book, like you can see the train. Okay, train just made on that book. On the other side, you can see you have a black kind of ring and pencil. You know, pencil is just he have just inserted a pencil in that ring, right? It's very important. First of all, you guys should know the scenario, right? What's happening in the scenario. Then we will be just I'll be talking that what do we mean by those things. So he have just the pencil in that ring. You guys must know that train drawn on his book, and he have a dollar in between his book, right? Dollar, train, pencil within the ring. He's kicking off that, what's that, the blocks which the other student have made. So he's kicking off that. You guys must remember. You can see the other student, he just dropped a tomato from his hand. So you must know that here the tomato is just, you're just busting that or breaking the tomatoes, right? He's just breaking the tomato, right? On the other hand, you can see he have some kind of articarial rash, right? Hello.
Yes.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
And
Yes.
on the bottom, you guys can see that he have some spilled some candies that are in the shape of beans or beans like kidney, right? Kidney shaped, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. On the right side, you can see there is a diffuser in the room, like it's just making the air fresh. Simply, you can just remember it's a diffuser. On the back side, you can just see the picture. One of the child is flexing his muscle. So you guys must remember that child flexing his muscle. And this is basically a gold standard charts for the students here in the school, right? So you have a gold stand. Okay, there's gold star student. Okay, so he's just flexing his muscle. You guys must remember that. And on the right side of picture, you can see there is a pyramid kind of pyramid drawn, which is indicating what good food you should eat, and it's in the form of V. The pyramid is in a form of V, right? So this was all scenario. Now let's discuss what's happening. So basically, this scenario is related to your penicillin drug. How should I remember it is related to penicillin? In the book, you can see he has inserted the pencil into a ring, right? So pencil should remind you of penicillin, right? Hello?
Yes, yes.
Okay. He have inserted it into a ring. So penicillin have a ring. What's the name of that ring? That is beta lactam ring, right? Beta lactam ring. All of the penicillin have a ring shaped structure that is known as beta lactam, right? Now the
Right.
question arises that what's the function of beta lactam, right? So the function of beta lactam, okay, while a bacteria is synthesizing its cell wall, it need an enzyme for that. What's the name of that enzyme? That's transpeptidase. Okay, what's the function of that enzyme? Okay, let me draw it here. Sorry, just give me a second. Okay, like you can simply remember that. Okay, that you have transpeptidase enzyme that helps this bacteria to make its cell wall, right? Simply, how do it make its cell wall? It's just add on DLR chain at the end of once the, like for example, this peptidoglycan chain is made. So in the end, they just insert D-alanine chain, right? So what this beta lactam ring does? Okay, this enzyme is going to help this growth of this peptidoglycan chain development, right? So this beta lactam ring is going to inhibit this enzyme, which in turn is going to inhibit the terminal chain, the terminal component of this chain, that is DLR, right? So in this way, what happens? It inhibits the cell wall growth, right? Let me repeat it again. Transpeptidase help this bacteria, like help bacteria to grow their cell wall, which is made up of peptidoglycan, right? Okay, what would they do? That in the end of every chain, for the completion purposes, they are going to insert a small chain DLR. What is DLR? D-alanine chain. It's important for this. Simply you can remember it's important for cell wall synthesis. What that ring do? What's the, okay? You had a ring in which you are going to see the pencil, right? So this ring was your beta lactam ring. This beta lactam ring is going to inhibit transpeptidase, and as a result of that, you won't be seeing DLR in the end. It means your cell wall cannot grow, so it would inhibit your cell wall growth, right? So penicillin is going to inhibit the cell wall growth, right? How to remember? Okay, you guys can see that it's going to inhibit that train drawn on that book. Trans stands for transpeptidase, right? Hello,
Yes.
are you guys following me?
Yes.
Okay, how? You can see the dollar in that book. DLR for your dollar, right? Dollar for DLR and DLR. Hello.
Okay,
Yes.
got it. Yes, yes.
Okay, he's kicking off that wall which the other student had made out of that small, you know, what's that? Okay, that blue and yellowish type thing.
Building
So it
blocks.
means, oh, sorry.
Building blocks.
Yes, that building blocks you can see. So this student is basically kicking off that building block. It means it would inhibit the wall. This like building wall basically indicates your bacterial cell wall, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
So till now we know we have a book. On the book we have, inside the book we have dollar. We have trend drawn on the surface of that. We had a ring in which the pencil is inserted. So pencil for penicillin. Penicillin have beta lactam ring. It is going to inhibit that trend transpeptidase, which is going to inhibit D-alanine for dollar. And what's the main function of all of these things when that happens collectively? They are going to inhibit the cell wall synthesis, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Okay, good. So now let's see some of the side effects of penicillin. What are the side effects? That's simple. You can see on the other hand, you have a student. She's just dropping off tomato out from from her hand. So it means when the tomato hit the ground, so it would smash, right? So smashing of tomato just indicates breaking your RBC, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so one of the side effect of penicillin is adverse effect of penicillin is anemia, hemolytic anemia, breaking of your tomatoes, breaking of your red blood cells, hemolytic anemia, right?
Right.
Okay, you have that beans that are spilled over all over the ground. So beans for your kidney, so it causes nephrotoxicity, right?
Yes.
Okay, high yield. The other thing, she had an urticarial rash on her hand, like she's just dipping her hand into the peanut, if peanut butter, if you guys can see, and you know the peanut and some of the food can cause type 1 hypersensitivity, urticarial rash, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it means penicillin can trigger formation hypersensitivity 1 and it can result in allergic hives of or rash, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Okay,
Okay.
perfect. So now let's discuss types of penicillin. So you guys can see there was a gold star student in this school, and his picture is like he's just flexing his muscles. So it means we have one type of penicillin. You can just remember of gold star as penicillin G, and he's
Mm-hmm.
flexing his bicep. It means it's intramuscular. You are going to give it intramuscular. It's an intramuscular penicillin, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you are going to see an MCQs related to hypersensitivity. It's very high yield. You guys should know that. You guys should know the adverse effect, nephrotoxicity, very high yield, anemia, and you guys should know the types of penicillin. Okay, please kindly turn, just open your first aid book and open the penicillin section in that, please, guys. Okay, so
Okay.
you have penicillin G. It's basically injected intramuscularly. Then you have an inverted pyramid, which just gives you the shape of V, right? V for veggies, because they have drawn a chart, they have drawn a pyramid for some healthy foods, which basically includes your veggies. So V for veggies, or you can simply remember of that inverted pyramid as V. So other type of penicillin is penicillin V, and you know all of these foods are taken orally, right? And you have a mouth drawn on that as well. So this is basically oral penicillin, penicillin V. Hello.
Yeah.
So this was all about penicillin. So and uh, okay, Dr. Al Future is going to give us an overview of that. Just quick overview. I'll be sending these slides to you as well. Like they are very high yield. Once you are done with, once you understand this picture, kindly guys just practice it on daily basis. So it would be quite easy for you. If you guys don't want to go for your first aid, or for that is these pictures and these annotations are very must. Okay, like I just took a lot of time in order to find these annotations, and some of the like I have annotated by myself some of the bacteria as well. So these are very important. It would be quite easy for you guys to revise all of the things which we are doing here in micro. Okay, Dr. Futures, what happens? What's penicillin and all of this? Kindly revise. Hello, hello, hello. Dr.
Yeah,
Sahina, can
doctor.
you just give us an overview?
Okay, I'll try. Could you please, that picture is new for me,
Okay,
sir.
yes.
So, yeah, pencil indicate the penicillin. So we have two type of penicillin, G and V. G for the gold student,
Gold
and
stars.
V for the gold star student, and
Okay,
V for the V pyramid. And it
okay,
is binds to the transpeptidase, which is indicated by the train, and
okay, perfect.
then it is blocking the beta lactam ring, which has the ring around the pencil, and
Okay,
then the boys kick off the building blocks. So it is like it causes to like degeneration of the bacteria cell wall and prevent
okay,
the cell wall formation. That's how it is preventing the infection. And also the side effects are hemolytic anemia, which is indicated by the squeezing the tomatoes, and also nephrotoxicity by falling off these kidney, like the kidney shaped
yes.
beans. And also it is causing to urticaria. This is we can like remember as the peanut is allergic to someone, so it causes to rash. And
Okay.
also it causes to pseudomembranous colitis
Okay,
that is
let me
indicated
discuss
by
that. I
some.
just okay. Just give me a second. I just
Yeah.
skipped the pseudomembranous colitis. Okay, so here the diffusers should give you. Okay, let me just draw it here. What happens in pseudomembranous colitis? So the idea is that okay, just give me a second. Okay, so the idea is that inside your GIT, you have a lot of bacteria growing in, right? Let's make it
Yeah.
very simple. One of which is Clostridium difficile, right? Okay. So for example, if you have a person and I am giving him a lot of antibiotics, right? So what happens? What happens that if I am giving him antibiotics from a long time, so what happens? All of his bacterial flora can just get disturbed, right? So all of his bacterial flora just get diminished. Okay, like we are clearing off those bacteria as well. So what happens? So now if a person is on antibiotics, it is very high yield for C difficile or pseudomembranous colitis. So if a person is on antibiotic, it means I am just diminishing all of his bacterial flora inside his gut. It means now the C difficiles have more space to grow. If I am disrupting all the other bacteria and only the C. difficile remain, so it means C. difficile have more space to grow. Ultimately, what happens? You can have a lot of growth of these C. difficiles, and it's going to give you a condition which is known as pseudomembranous colitis. So, what happens in pseudomembranous colitis? Okay, you are going to see in pseudomembranous colitis what happens. You are going to see diarrhea. Okay, like or GIT upset. So the main concept for pseudomembranous colitis is, and what is the most common antibiotic which causes pseudomembranous colitis? Guys, anyone know?
Clindamycin.
Clindamycin. Right.
Clindamycin,
We will be doing it in
APIs,
yes, yes, yes,
fluoroquinolone.
yes, fluoroquinolones as well. But clindamycin is the high yield which you guys should remember. So this is basically so. It means penicillin can also cause pseudomembranous colitis. Same is the case with like as the clindamycin causes. How it can just disrupt your bacterial flora and you have more space for C. difficile to grow. As the C. difficile grow, it is going to give you GIT symptoms. For example, you will be seeing diarrhea, vomiting, and GI upset. Right? We'll be discussing it in detail in our next slides. This okay. So, is that clear? Let me just, or shall I give you an overview, guys? Hello?
Yeah, it
Yeah, it's
was
clear.
clear.
Okay, so like I would just suggest you to do it from Pixorize because like all of these symbols are interrelated. You guys can see in the next slide. So okay, so what happens in this scenario that you guys can see that now we have a class in which we are going to see three students and you have a big student who is just bullying both of these students sitting on the table. So like there might be some event in this school. They have just wear some fancy dresses. You guys can see. So on the left side you can see the girl. She had just wrapped around some ammo around her back, right? Ammo. You guys can see the ammo, the ammunitions around her back. You can see
Mm-hmm.
just she have wrapped it, right? She have also bring an amplifier with her, right?
Mm-hmm.
What is the
Okay.
meaning of ammo?
Wait. We are going to do that. First of all, just understand the scenario, right? So till now you should know she had ammo wrapped around her back, and then she have also bring amplifier with her. On the next side, you can see this big guy who is just bullying them. He just took her pencil and he just broke her pencil. Right on the right side, you guys can see you can see a student who is sleeping very well. Okay, why is he sleeping? Because he just bring a pencil which is made up of steel, a mechanical pencil, and that guy who is bullying him, he cannot break it, so he's sleeping. He said, no problem. Okay, you can't break my pencil. On the other hand, he have just broke the pencil of that lady who has just wear a fancy dress simply. So he's sleeping. Sleeping is very important. You guys should remember that. Okay, so he's from a maths club. That's why he's just carrying this fancy kind of pen that is made up of steel or mechanical pencil. He's from maths club. He just used pencil, right? On the other hand, you can see he have just wear some Oxford shoes, right? Okay, let me repeat the scenario again. In this scenario, what happens? We have three students. One of the student bullying both of them. So on the right side, we have a student. She have just wrapped ammo around her back. She have amplifier with her. She just bring a weak pencil, and this guy have just broken that pencil. On the right hand, you can see the guy from maths club who is sleeping. Okay, and he have just wear some fancy Oxford shoes, and he have a mechanical pen, and this guy cannot break it, the one who is bullying them, right? And he's sleeping simply. So on the left side with the lady, you can just see that the pen is, this guy is breaking her pencil. It means pencil for penicillin, and breaking mean sensitive. Penicillinase sensitive and penicillin. What is penicillinase sensitive penicillin? Some of the bacteria, like for example, let me draw it here. Okay, I'm just making these things very simple. So for example, some of the bacteria can have a virulence factor. Okay, and as a virulence factor, they may be having penicillinase enzyme. Penicillinase for them, for example, if the penicillin comes, so they would destroy their beta lactam ring. So they would just like prevent themselves from this penicillin attack. Simply, right? Hello? Can you guys hear me?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
Like some of
yes.
the bacteria can have a virulence factor that is penicillinase. Okay, so what's penicillinase? Like they can just make an enzyme against this penicillin. Okay, and this penicillinase is going to destroy their beta lactam ring. So the penicillin just become inactive. It cannot work against this bacteria, right?
Right.
Sometimes what happens, you have certain penicillin that are penicillinase resistant. Okay, this penicillinase enzyme, this virulence factor cannot break their beta lactam ring. Hello?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So in the picture, on the left side, broken pencil mean that we'll be talking those penicillin which are penicillinase sensitive, or in other words, penicillinase can come and they can destroy their beta lactam ring. So which group of drugs include in penicillinase sensitive penicillin? Okay, we were talking about ammo, just wrapping around her back. Ammo for amoxicillin. Amoxicillin is penicillinase sensitive penicillin, right? Like the virulence factor penicillinase can come and it can break off their beta lactam ring, right?
Yes.
So the one drug which we are discussing is amoxicillin from ammo. She also bring an amplifier with herself. So amplifier for ampicillin. Ampicillin. So you have two drugs that come under the category of penicillinase sensitive penicillin. That is amoxicillin and ampicillin, right?
Yes.
Okay. On the right side, you can see he cannot break his pencil. So it means, okay, you can just simply his fingers just indicates penicillinase. So it means they are penicillinase resistant. Penicillinase cannot destroy their beta lactam ring, right?
Yes.
Which group of drugs are included in this class? He's sleeping, napping. Okay, he's having a quick nap. So nap for nafcillin, right? Nafcillin, right? Hello.
Yes.
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 Okay.
Yes.
He's from maths club, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. So maths club for methicillin.
Mm-hmm.
Methicillin, right? He is wearing Oxford shoes, right? So Oxford shoes, Oxford for oxycillin.
Yes.
Okay. So basically, we have two groups of penicillin. One are penicillinase sensitive, other are penicillinase resistant. Penicillinase sensitive, we have amoxicillin, ampicillin. In the resistant category, we have NAP for nafcillin, Maths Club for methicillin, and Oxford shoes for oxycillin.
Yes.
Okay, please, doctor, give me an overview of it. Hello,
Hi.
anyone?
Okay, so you
Yes.
have two types of penicillins.
Okay.
Okay, you have two types of penicillins. You have the penicillin sensitive and the penicillin resistant. And so sensitive means that it is sensitive to penicillinase that will destroy the bacteria, that will destroy the cell wall. And penicillin resistant mean that it's resistant to penicillinase. The penicillin sensitive drugs will be your amoxicillin and your ampicillin, and the penicillin resistant will be your nafcillin, your methicillin, and oxacillin.
Perfect. Perfect. So now let's discuss. Okay. 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 Sensitive. Okay. So in this, okay. So now we'll be discussing a third group of penicillin that is used against pseudomembranous or pseudomonas infections. Okay, pseudomonas aeruginosa. If you guys remember, pseudomonas aeruginosa, basically it caused pneumonia in which kind of individual? We have already discussed.
Child.
Hello.
Community cord.
Okay, it's a community acquired or those who have cystic fibrosis that you are going to see, or in like in a hospital setting, those who have pneumonia or those who have cystic fibrosis. So pseudomonas aeruginosa is a common bug which causes the. Okay, so now we'll be discussing penicillin that specifically treats pseudomonas aeruginosa infections simply. So in this picture, you can just simply remember of like we have a like a you know we have a artist. He's making picture of Mona Lisa, right? Simple. And while making that picture, he break off his pencil. Like he's just doing it in a exhibition kind of setup. Like here's an exhibition going on. He's just making picture of Mona Lisa, and in that process he break off his pencil. And on the right hand you can see he's just smoking off a pipe, and like people are just like buying tickets for this exhibition. Tickets for the exhibition. He is just smoking pipe, which you guys must remember. He is drawing picture of Mona Lisa, and he just break off his pencil, right? So you guys already know pencil breaking of pencil. It means the drugs which we'll be discussing in this class are penicillin as sensitive or resistant.
Sensitive.
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 Perfect. So we are going to read those which are sensitive towards penicillinase. So it means, okay, Mona Lisa for pseudomonas. Can I say that? Pseudomonas for Mona Lisa. Mona Lisa for pseudomonas. It rhymes same.
Yes.
Okay. So which drugs do you include? Like in this class, which drugs are we going to study? Pipe for piperacillin or piperacillin, right? Pipe for piperacillin. He's smoking pipe, right? That cigar kind of thing that you guys can see. Pipe. Okay. Hello.
Yes.
Okay. Okay,
Okay.
sir.
People are purchasing tickets for exhibition. Tickets for tetracycline. So
Yes.
the penicillin, which basically treats the infection that happens in like hospital hospital acquired situation, or there are hospital acquired it causes hospital acquired infection, one of which is pseudomonas aeruginosa, right? Which anti or which penicillin we must choose against them? You guys know the nature. It's a penicillin sensitive. Penicillin can come, it can destroy the beta lactam ring. Okay, which drugs are included in them? Pipe for piperacillin, tickets for ticracillin or ticracillin, right?
Mm.
Okay, anyone who can just explain this picture. So we are already done with all of the penicillin. Hello?
Yeah, Mona Lisa picture is for Pseudomonas infection, which is
Okay.
most common in cystic fibrosis patients and hospitalized patients causing
Okay.
pneumonia. and it has penicillinase enzyme which breaks down the penicillins.
Okay, it
So
do not have penicillinase. I have already discussed penicillinase is going to be virulence factor of some of bacteria. Okay, it can destroy the beta lactam ring of certain penicillin, and it
penicillins.
cannot destroy beta lactam of some penicillin. So we just differentiate the penicillin on the basis of penicillinase activity. If the
Okay.
penicillinase can destroy their beta lactam ring, so they are your
Penicillin.
amoxicillin, ampicillin, and tetracycline. It means penicillinase can come, they can destroy their beta lactam ring.
Okay. Sorry.
Okay. Okay, then kindly proceed.
Yeah, and the drugs are one is piperacillin and ticracillin.
Okay, tickets for. Okay, guys, are you enjoying the pictures from Pixorize? Like I already told you that it's very interesting to do Pixorize as compared to Sketchy, and like you
Yes, sir.
can cover each and every MCQ. So those who haven't started their micro, so kindly do Pixorize for that. I would just highly suggest to do Pixorize. Like you guys know, Sketchy is very big and the pictures are kind of messed up. So I would personally say, and you can answer each and every. Today you guys are going to practice the MCQs of penicillin. Okay, you guys would be able to answer correctly each and every MCQs of it. I guarantee you that,
Okay,
right?
sir.
For that you have to daily revise them. Okay, sometime what happens, I would just give you, once we are done with all of these microbiology pictures, I'll just give you a single day and you guys are going to revise all of the micro, like it's quite easy. You guys are going to tell me pencil for pen, we have a pencil, we have a beta lactam ring, transpeptide, what do transpeptide, it inhibits DLR, it prevents that. We have two types, penicillin G intramuscular, V pyramid shape, pyramid for oral. Okay, tomato smashing, it means it causes hemolytic anemia, type 1 hypersensitivity. It can also cause pseudomembranous colitis. Okay, it can cause nephrotoxicity. Secondly, we have two types: penicillin sensitive, resistant. Sensitive amoxicillin and ampicillin. Resistance, guy is sleeping, napsilin. He's from Maths Club, methicillin. He wear Oxford shoes, oxycillin. Thirdly, okay, what should I do with the pseudomonas infection? Just give them which drugs? Peprocycline or tetracycline. Okay, they are penicillin sensitive or resistant? They are sensitive. Simple. Okay. Hello.
Okay.
Yes. Okay, sir.
Okay.
So,
Okay. Yes.
uh, sketch or Pixorize are better? Which one is more effective for us?
Pixorize. Pixorize is more better.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Like you guys can simply see, like you can relate the pictures with one another. For example, in the last picture you have just seen that broken pencil. Still here, the broken pencil still mean that they are penicillin sensitive. So I love this kind of association in this picture. Like in this picture, whenever you are going to see hemolytic anemia, so they are only going to give you a tomato smashing. So it make things easy, right? And even you can easily memorize those pictures as well. Like in all cases, for example, now we know that aminoglycoside cause nephrotoxicity. So in that picture, you also are going to see some bean shaped candies being falling onto the ground. So you can simply know that. Okay, so all of the pictures are like quite in association, and like I love them simply. Okay,
Are these a
so
part of Pixorize micro or pharma?
this is okay. I already told you. First of all, we are going to do the pharma portion. Okay, once
Okay.
we are done with the pharma, then we are going to start the microbiology. So if I told you that we are going, okay, gram positive infection, which drug to use, I would just tell you we are going to use which class. We are going to use cephalosporin first generation. So you guys must know. Okay, I'll be asking what happens in cephalosporin. Okay, so you guys must know the pharma first. Then we are going to do microbiology. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. So in this picture, you can simply see that we have a baby. Okay, she is 1 year old. Let's call her 1C. Okay, 1C. Okay, she loved to become a chef in her future. So that's why her mother just like, okay, she does not love because in 1 year she even didn't understand what to do, but she is more interested in that chef kind of activity. So her mother have just put a chef clothing to her simply. Okay, so you must remember the chef clothing for 1 year 1Z. or 1 year onesie, right? Okay, so her mother just gave her some, that grapes type of, you just simply can say jam. The mother is giving her jam which is made up of grapes, that purple kind of grapes, right? Okay, and she just slap it off, remove, I don't want to eat it, right? Why? Because the mother have just licked some of the jam to her and she didn't love that. She just slapped that jam that which is made up of purple grapes, and that jam just falls onto her mother's hand, on the skin, you guys can see. And on the right side, like she have some, you guys can see that, basically for a playing type of thing which is hung, basically made up of zodiac signs, you guys can see on the right side. You have some zodiac signs that is hung, that are just they have some made a fancy kind of thing out of that, hanging from the roof, and they just revolve around back and forth, simply you can just imagine of. Okay, so we have onesie. She have just wear some, the chef dress. So onesie for, okay, chef dress for, we will be using chef dress in this entire series for cephalosporin, as the chef rhymes same as cephalosporins, right? So chef or cephalosporins, right? Hello.
Yes.
Okay, so onesie, she's 1 year old. So we are discussing cephalosporin first generation. Onesie for one, cephalosporins for the chef dress which you have put on, right? Okay,
Yes.
you guys can see that she just slapped off the purple kind of jam which her mother is feeding her. So the purple, which is made up of grapes, basically indicates gram positive, because whenever you see gram positive cocci, what's cocci? Gram positive cocci, you are going to see round shape in microscopy and there would be stand purple, right?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
that purple gem is just spilled upon her hand, on her skin. It means that normally gram positive cocci are present on our skin, right? So for
Yes.
example, if you are doing some surgical procedures, so it can easily invade inside your body, right?
Mm.
Okay, hello.
Yes.
So it means it is basically your skin flora. Like most of the gram-positive bacteria are going to sit upon your skin. You guys can simply remember how, because she just slapped off that jam bottle and it spilled over her mother hand on the skin.
Mm.
Okay, so it is basically active against gram-positive cocci, which are basically present on your skin. So right after surgical procedures, which cephalosporin class should I give? Class 1, 1Z. Cephalosporin 1, first generation, right? Hello.
Yes.
Okay, so basically this child is just first of all licking this jam, you guys can see. So okay, which drugs are included in this class? First, she's licking the jam, right? And she just had that test. So licking for Lexin, we already know she have just wear chef dress, so just put a name, chef Lexin, or licking for Lexin, right? Licking for Lexin,
Yes.
right? Okay, you have zodiac signs that are revolving round and round. So can I say Ceph zodiac or Ceph zolin? Lexin and zolin. Zodiac signs for zolin. Zodiac signs
Yes.
for zolin, right?
Mm.
So let me give you an overview. We have onesie. She just wear chef dress. So onesie with chef dress, it's indicating cephalosporins first generation, right?
Mm.
Okay. What are they used against? They are used against gram positive. How do I know they are used against gram positive? Because this onesie was given with purplish grapes kind of gem, and she just slapped that off. Okay, so it's basically used against gram positive cocci, which are basically present on the surface of your skin, spilling
Yes.
upon the surface of your skin. Okay, she's licking it. She just had the taste of that gem. Licking for, she has just wears chef dress, so cephalolexin. Zodiac signs revolving at the back. Cephalolexin. Zolin. Okay, Dr. Amis, can you just give us an overview of this picture?
Yeah, there is a 1 year old kid, so it's suggests it's a first generation, and the kid is like having safe stress, so it is first generation cephalosporin,
Okay,
and
perfect.
he is given jam which he is licking, so it suggests like the drugs which are in first generation cephalosporin, that is cephalexin, and there is also
Perfect.
an zodiac sign, so which suggests cephazolin, and also the color of the jam is purple, which suggests that they are and the jam is getting spilled on the skin of the mother, so it suggests that gram positive bacteria are the normal flora of the skin, and first generation cephalosporin are effective against those gram positive normal skin flora.
Perfect. So this was all about. Okay, so let's do the. Okay, so let's. Okay, so. So we will be finishing the cephalosporins, and then we'll be moving towards anemia, right? Okay. So now let's discuss the second class. Now this onesie just grown up. She has just grown up. She entered a school. Okay. She just entered a school and she had a kind of two like steps of her. You guys can see there are two-story bed. You know it's very common in dormitories. That's two-story bed, right?
Yes.
Okay, she still have wear those chef dress. Okay, right? And now what's happening? She's just eating some of the grapes, right? And she's reading an Oxford book. She's just reading some guide for cooking. Like she has entered some cooking school, right? So she's reading that book. She's reading guide how to cook best recipes simply. Okay, so she's just sitting on her two stories bed. Okay, on the floor you can see how she has just like kicked off her coloring book on the right. Similarly, on like in her spare time, she loved to color some of the rocks. So you like she have you guys can see these rocks are colored. So she usually draw in her spare time. She draw some beautiful diagrams on that beautiful coloring on that rock. So you guys must remember these rocks. Okay, rocks. The coloring book, and you can see that on the left she have a teeter totter that on in her spare time she play with her. You can simply say her roommate. Okay, just sitting on their teeter totter and enjoying, right? So she is wearing chef dress again for chef for cephalosporin, right?
Yes.
Mhm.
Okay, she is sitting on her two stories bed. So two stories bed basically indicates class 2.
Second
So
generation.
we are discussing cephalosporins class 2. Okay, she is eating purple grapes. So you know they are also used against gram positive cocci, right?
Yes.
Okay, you know this advanced. Now let's study which drugs are included in cephalosporin class 2. Okay, just look for the coloring book. So can I say cephalo or cephaclor? Coloring for chlor. Cephaclor.
Mm.
Okay,
Mm.
cephaclor. Because I am just studying class 2 cephalosporins. And the one drug which we will be just memorizing is just look to the coloring book. Coloring for chlor or color, right? So cephaclor. The second drug which comes under this category is you can see the rocks, as I have already told you. In her spare time, she loves to just make some beautiful pictures on that. She loves to paint those rocks. So rocks for roxime. So cefuroxime.
Yes.
Rocks for roxime. Cefuroxime. And she loves to sit on that teeter totter and enjoy. So cepho T10. Teeter totter for T10. T10,
Yes.
teeter totter. Just check the first two words. Teeter totter, T10. So Cepho T10. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So Dr. Ramesh, can you kindly give us an overview of this? Okay, this would be the last drug because still we are done with the penicillin. We are done with all of the. Okay, just tell me what's happening in this scenario, please. So it would just take 2 to 3 days to finish off all of these
Okay.
pictures, and we'll be discussing some important MCQs.
Okay. So here the kid has grown up, and he is sitting on a two-storied bed. So it suggests that, and she is wearing safe dress. So it suggests that it is cephalosporin second generation, and
Perfect.
is eating purple grapes. So it suggests that it is active against gram-positive cocci. And there are like there is a coloring book in front her, which suggests that it is the cephaclor and some colored rocks. So it's cefuroxime, and there is a tita totter, which suggests that it is the another drug is cefotitan.
Perfect. So let's revise all of these drugs you guys are going to do. I'm going to ask you guys. I was just hiding off that picture. Dr. Maheen, can you please tell us about okay, the penicillin, the first picture. Hello, Dr. Maheen. Okay, Dr.
Okay,
Zainab, please.
can you please
Okay,
show me
Dr.
the picture?
No, I won't be showing you the picture. We guys are going to help you with the picture. You guys have to memorize the picture as well.
Okay, there
Okay,
was a pencil in the picture that indicate penicillin,
perfect. The
and
pencil was inserted in.
it had a ring, beta lactam ring,
Perfect.
and it was inhibiting the pathway for the train.
Okay.
So that indicates that it is inhibiting the trans peptidase
Perfect.
and binding of D LR. We
Okay.
find that it means that it's totally inhibiting the cell wall production.
Perfect. How do you know it's inhibiting? He's kicking off the. Just review the scenario as well. He's kicking off all of the building blocks, right? So it means that
Okay.
inhibiting. Okay.
Okay. Then there was a girl. She was smashing the tomatoes. That indicates erythrocytosis or
Erythrocytosis
hemolytic
or
anemia.
hemolytic anemia.
Sorry, hemolytic anemia. Yeah, breakdown of RBCs.
Okay.
And also, I think there were beans on the floor. That indicates
Yes.
nephrotoxicity. And also,
Okay.
I remember there was something. Yeah, something diffuser in the
She
room
was
that
putting
indicates.
her hand into a peanut
Yeah,
butter.
that indicate type 1 hypersensitivity
Okay, Artika,
reaction.
okay.
And then there was a diffuser in the room that indicates the pseudomembranous colitis.
Okay, perfect. C difficils. Okay.
Yeah, and
No. You also had a picture of a gold star student as well. What does that indicate?
that indicates the types of penicillin, penicillin G and V.
Okay, which one is intramuscular? Which one is oral?
Penicillin G is intramuscular, and
Okay.
penicillin V is the oral.
So simply on UL, they'll just ask you, they'll just give you a big scenario and they would be asking you, you want to give them an intramuscular penicillin. So which penicillin should we give? It's penicillin G, simply.
Okay.
So they'll be just giving you a classic scenario of a child having type 1 hypersensitivity right after some some antibiotics. So what do we do with that? It's due to penicillin. We'll stop giving them penicillin. Simply. Okay, Dr. Zainab, can you please just tell us the sensitive and resistant penicillin?
Okay. Some bacteria contain enzymes which is known as penicillinase. In this, penicillinase breaks down the beta-lactam rings of the penicillin. So we have penicillin sensitive and penicillin resistance. Penicillin sensitives are ampicillin and penicillin resistance or napsilin, metacillin, oxacillin.
Okay, ampicillin and another. What about that ammo?
Ampicillin.
Okay.
Amoxicillin.
Ampicillin for amplifier and ammo for amoxicillin. Two.
Yeah.
Okay.
And resistance or napsilin, metacillin, and oxacillin.
Perfect. Dr. The Futures. Hello. Why aren't you turning on your mic today? Are you sad or what, Dr. Futures? I won't take that Lamborghini from you, but please open your mic.
He messaged in the chat like.
Okay, sorry. Okay. No problem. No problem. Okay, so Dr. Nelson, can you please tell us about the Pseudomonas? Which penicillin are we going to give in Pseudomonas infections? Dr. Nelson, please. Dr. Nelson, what happened? Hello. Okay, Dr. Crownage, please. No response. Dr. Vinisa.
Dr. Ahmed, sorry, I came in very late, so I wasn't from the beginning. Sorry.
Okay, no problem. I'll just share the slides. You can just look for that. Dr. Vinisa, please.
Thank you. Yeah.
Hello, Dr. Vinisa. Hello. Hello, Dr. Vinisa. Hello. Hello. Dr. Talia, please. Dr. Talia, hello.
Can you hear me?
We can hear you, but your mic is very slow.
Okay, just let me rejoin. Just give me a second. Give me a second.
Okay. Dr. Saina, can you just tell us?
Sorry, doctor, I'm kind of traveling. It will be trouble. Like, I'm on the road.
Okay, say there was an old man in the picture who was drawing the painting, and it was the painting of Mona Lisa indicates Pseudomonas,
Okay.
and the man also holding a broken pencil that indicates a penicillinase sensitive, like
Okay.
the drugs that will be breaking the beta lactam ring in the penicillin. And also there were three more signs. I think there was a picture of tickets, something.
Okay.
uh,
So, what are the name of those drugs?
there were three drugs, I think nafcillin, oxacillin, and I don't remember the third one.
Okay, I think that were piperacillin and tetracycline.
Okay, okay.
Pipe, he was smoking pipe. Pipe for piperacillin
Okay,
and tickets for tetracycline. Okay.
Doctor, I can
Doctor.
proceed. I have corrected
Okay.
my mic. Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you. Can you just please tell us about cephalosporin class 1? And just also discuss the scenario as well, please.
So, cephalosporin class 1, I think the picture is regarding the baby. So, he's wearing onesie, which says like class 1 cephalosporins. And then he want to become a chef. So, chef goes for cephalosporin.
Perfect.
And then the mother is trying to feed her like the purple jam sort of a thing, which help us in memorizing the gram positive cocky, and then this spilled on the hand of the mother, which shows that they normally reside on the skin flora.
Yes.
And so and then the some drugs which are resistant for cephalosporin, first generation, they are like so let me memorize the picture. So yeah, so he's licking the purple jam sort of a thing. So is cephalolexin,
Yes, cephalexin. Perfect.
cephalexin, and
Okay.
then what was there in the picture? I just forget.
Some signs, some zodiac signs. You've
Yeah,
always.
so it's cefazolin.
Perfect. Cefazolin. Perfect.
Yeah, and I can repeat the next slide too if you want.
Okay. Yes, please.
So in the next one, I think the baby has grown up. She has become a girl. Now she's in the cooking school. So she's living in a, bunker bed sort of a thing, which is 2 layers. So it's second generation cephalosporin. And then she's reading a book of Oxford. So what does that mean? I didn't remember.
Yes, we just skipped that of how.
Yeah.
Yes. Thank you for. Okay. So Oxford book for cefoxitin. Cefoxitin.
Okay, so Oxford goes for oxytin. So it's cephaloxytin. And then it's Tater Totter, playwright is there. So for that girl to play, so it's Sifa Teton for
Yes.
Tater Totter. I think it's a
Correct.
playwright.
Yes. Yes.
And then Sifazotin is for Oxford book. It's also effective against gram positive cocci because she's eating purple grapes right beside her.
Yes. Perfect.
And then there are two more drugs. There was a coloring book, and she's painting the rocks. So for the rocks is cefaroxim, and for the coloring books is cefa color, I think.
Cefaclor.
Cefaclor, yes. And
Yes.
then it's bunker bed, so second generation cephalosporin. I think that's
But
it.
so you guys should just go to your first aid, and you guys only have to read that. We have already done the first aid. We have already done MCQs. So you guys are only going to read these slides, and along with that, you are going to. If you guys can't read your first aid, no problem. You guys can just. It's must that you guys should revise these pictures as much as you can.
Doctor,
Right?
I have one question. So, in the very beginning, in the first slide, how would we know that this cephalosporin is related to like C. difficile infection? I know it is there, but in the picture, how we can memorize how it's related in the picture, the C.
Okay.
difficile
In
thing?
the
I didn't
okay.
notice.
Okay. Wait. In the first picture, you can see there is a diffuser.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, so diffuser. Okay, in clindamycin drug, we will also be discussing this same diffuser as well. So diffuser in the upcoming videos mean C. difficile, pseudomembranous colitis. Diffuser for difficiles. Whenever
Okay.
the C. difficiles grow, they are going to cause pseudomembranous colitis.
Okay.
Sir, can you share the slide in the group?
Yes, I'll share it. Don't worry. Okay, so yes, I'll share it in the group. Don't worry.
So, doctor,
So
don't we have the same Picturize link in our resources which you gave us? The same which you are
uh,
showing us today?
yes, we have the link, but in the Pixorize you do not have these annotations. I have annotated them, right? So you guys there isn't any use of looking for the videos, right? I'm explaining it here, so you
How
guys
we
should
will get
only.
it?
Okay, there. Okay, Pixorize is there in the link. You can see.
So we
You
have the
have
same pictures?
you have the same pictures, but in those resources you do not have these annotations.
But the link is broken, sir.
Link is broken again. Dr. A, just tell Dr. A to correct it.
Okay, so in the future we can avail them from there too.
Yes. But I would just suggest you guys just stick to these annotations, stick to this picture. Don't waste your time on looking the videos again and again, right?
Okay.
Like still, we are done with the you have a 5 to 10 minutes of video on it. We have already done it 5 to 10. So we have already done a 1 hour of lectures of Pixorize. So don't worry about that. So we will be continuing the further pictures for tomorrow, and it would just take 2 to 3 days to complete all the pharma, and after that we'll be going to we'll be doing the microbiology in detail. Okay. So this was the way. This was today was the first. As you guys just told me to revise these micro as well. So hope so you guys like this way. So kindly, if you guys like it like this way, so kindly tell me so that I can just we can proceed. Okay. Hello. So today we are going to discuss anemia. Okay, what's the time? So okay.